What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about the Monster Hunter crossover banner with Tifa and Aerith. Um, I'm going to be talking about this banner mainly from the perspective of like a, you can say like a weaker player or a free-to-play player. I am a free-to-play player. I've never bought anything. And I'm not too strong. I started playing on the Steam release, so uh, not as long. I wouldn't say I'm a veteran or anything. I can even show you my weapons. Um, the only OB10 weapons I have are event weapons. These are all mine. These are OB10. They're all event weapons. Then my best non-event weapons are OB7. I only have a few. I have one, two, three, four, five, and then I also have uh, five OB6 weapons. So yeah, it's not. You can compare myself to you and see how we do, but I would not say my account is very strong. Okay, and then most of my weapons are, you know, less than OB6. Most of my weapons are less than OB6, and I'm still some weapons I still don't even own some weapons at OB5. Okay, so with that said, I'll be talking about this banner from, a free-to-play, newer player perspective. Um, okay, so let's first look at Tifa. So first, her costume. I mean, it's an Arcanum. Not much to be said there. Arcanums are good for their one element. So Tifa's costume is going to be good for lightning damage. Um, Magic potency level 10 is also good. It usually gives you, I mean, it'll give you level 2, but later it'll usually give you one extra level. So 15% is the value you get. Like level 2, you get 15%, or going from level 4 to level 5 is also 15%. So you can just see this as um, 50% for lightning damage, right? Because 35 plus 15. Or or you can also use this costume just for the magic ability potency, just for 15%. Like for example, if you didn't pull her water arcanum and you have but you have bunny gloves, you can use this costume with bunny gloves and she'll get some value there. So it's a good costume. And her weapon is the summary is I think it's good, but it's not great. So let me explain why. First, we'll look at OB6. I mean, it's the weapon is serviceable at OB1, even OB0, or here 5-star OB0. It's serviceable for newer players. OB1 OB1, I don't know the number, but I'm guessing it's going to be like 600 something. 600 something. So yeah, it's serviceable. But really you want OB6. So let's look at OB6 is a 780. That is that's good. I mean, 780, you can compare her to other recent weapons, um, like her bunny gloves. So her bunny gloves at OB6 is 710. 780 is, slightly better than 710, right? About 10% better. We can also look at OB10. So bunny gloves at OB10 is 850, and Kieran gloves at OB10 is 940. So that's also about it's about 10% better than a recent weapon like bunny gloves. Um, the problem with the problem with Kieran gloves is it's limited. So if you get it to LB6, right, it's pretty good, but you're never gonna get it to OB10. Almost very unlikely you'll get it to OB10, right? But if you go for bunny gloves, I mean, bunny gloves is not limited, so you can just wishlist it, and eventually you'll get it to OB10. So you can see bunny gloves at OB10 is 850. Kieran gloves at level 6 because it's gonna there's no way a free-to-play player is gonna get it to OB10, unless they saved a lot of crystals. So Kieran gloves at level 6, OB6, 780. Bunny gloves at OB10, 850. So, but you have a non-limited weapon is already stronger than a limited weapon. I mean, you might say it's unfair, OB6 versus OB10, but like I said, you're not going to get Kieran gloves to OB10 if you're a free-to-play player. It will cost way too much. So with that said, I don't recommend new free-to-play players or light spenders. I don't recommend going for Kieran gloves for that reason. One reason you might want to go for it though is well, Kieran gloves does lightning damage, magic lightning damage, and there's no other weapon right now that does magic lightning damage. I mean, to this extent. Like there are weaker ones. Like I think I have some. There are weaker ones. Like let's see. This is Ramu stuff. It's a free weapon from killing Ramu. At OB10 it does 480. It's already weaker than Kieran gloves at OB0. So yeah, Kieran gloves is much stronger than this. And this has like no damage R abilities. You have wizard stuff. It's at OB10 it's about the same as Kieran gloves at OB0, so no competition there. You have Shockbuster, same deal at OB10. It's 520, but Kieran gloves is already 520 or 40 at OB0, so yeah, no comparison. You have Crystal gloves, same thing. At OB10, it's 500%, but Kieran gloves is at OB0 is already better than this. You got Barrett's Electro Cannon, same thing, 540. Everything's around 500. I think this one's 480. Sephiroth's Alloy Sword, same thing, 520. And Lucia's Thunderbird, same thing. They're all at 500s, right? And then go back to Kieran gloves. Kieran gloves, OB0, 520. Okay, and it only gets better. So OB1, it'll be like 600 something, and OB6, it's 780. OB10, 940. So yeah, Kieran gloves, it's the best. It's the best lightning magic weapon in the game. So that's the main reason to pull it. But in my opinion, since this is a limited banner, like I said, you can only get it to OB6 or so, and even OB6 is gonna cost a lot. Um, and I think in the future that they're going to release another lightning magic weapon. So if they release another lightning magic weapon, it'll probably be similar to bunny gloves or better because I mean this is just one of the latest weapons they released, and it goes to 850, or even at OB6 it's comparable, 710. You can look at Yuffie's weapon to also compare. It's similar. Yuffie's weapon is an Earth physical, but at OB6 it does 710, the same, and then at OB10 850. So yeah, this is the standard of weapons that are coming out lately. These are non-limited weapons, so it doesn't really, to me, Tifa's weapon just the potency is not high enough to justify pulling, unless you're like a whale, right? That you can go to OB10 or something. But what else? It doesn't only do, lightning damage. It also does um, increases her magic tech by mid, or if it's from OB6, you get mid. If you only have OB, less than OB6, it starts low and goes to mid. So that will increase her damage more, right? But actually, interestingly, Bunny Gloves does the same thing, or a similar thing. Bunny Gloves um, increases from low at OB6, but it goes all the way to high. Low to high compared to Kieran's Gloves um, mid to mid. Um, so Kieran Gloves is stronger on the first cast. I mean the potency, right? First cast it'll be mid, second cast it'll be mid. Bunny Gloves, first cast it will be low, second cast it will be mid, but third cast it'll be high. So once you do 3 casts, Bunny Gloves already is on par with Kieran Gloves. And once you do 4 casts or more, Bunny Gloves, the potency from the magic tech is already paying out more. So um, what I'm trying to show you is that a non-limited weapon, Bunny Gloves, is already very comparable to a limited weapon, Kieran Gloves. So I'm not impressed with the Kieran Gloves. It's just not worth the cost, because you're gonna have to pull at least 3 pages. Let's look at the same card. You get 1 free weapon here, 2 here, and 3. Oh no, is it? Yeah. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and then this is the 4th free one. You have to pull 3 pages to get 4 copies. That's gonna be OB3. OB3 after 3 pages, then you need to hope to get lucky to pull 3 more, because there's no more. There's after 3 pages, there's no more free copies. So it's gonna cost you a lot to even hope to get OB6. And then, like I said, even if you get OB6, it's not that impressive compared to OB10 Bunny Gloves. So that's my thought on Tifa. That's my thoughts on Tifa. Like, it's good, but the problem is this is limited, so it's hard to actually get it to OB6 or OB10. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to get it to OB10 for a free-to-play player. Um, but I mean, the costume's really good too. Really good, like double damage, 50%. And like I said, you can use this with her bunny gloves too. So it has extra uses. Um, yeah. Okay. Next, let's talk about Aerith. Aerith, I think is really good. So her weapon. First, her weapon. Her weapon is very unique. It has physical attack mid to all allies, and also gives you magic defense mid to all allies. And they both can go to high. So you cast once, it'll be mid. If you cast it a second time, it'll go to high. At OB0, you can get high for both. That's really good value. Um, the R abilities are also good. HP is always nice, especially on healers, right? You don't need to do damage. And buff debuff extension is perfect because it will extend her buffs on her Kimura one. The Yeah, okay. Let's look at the materia slots. The materia slots are also good. You've got, except this one. This one's not very good, but you've got 2 heal slots. One for single target heals, so you can put a cure here or an Asuna here, and it'll heal a lot to one person. At the same time, it has a cure all slot, so you can just use this and you don't need another healing weapon. This is a buffing weapon, as at the same time it's also your healing weapon. You can Asuna people, you can cure them for a lot, or you can, at the same time you can heal your entire team. Um, so this weapon does a lot of things by itself. It's just a lot. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about this weapon. When you go to OB6, it gets even better. Um, you get physical attack. I mean, the physical attack and the magic defense, it starts at high. So now at OB6, you only need to cast it one time, and you'll get the high buff. You know, before that, you'll need to cast it twice to get high. But even if you don't have OB6, I like this weapon because um, even if you get mid, for most content, you don't actually need high. Like high is mostly for like whales or people going for high ranks or trying to do crash events. Um, if you're uh if you're a free to play player, I assume you're not really going for that kind of content. So even at OB0, mid is enough. You don't need high. High is nice. Don't get me wrong. Getting high is nice, but it's not that important. And then if you compare OB6 to OB10, it doesn't really change much. I mean, you get 4 extra seconds on the duration. 4 extra seconds, but also it depends on your buff debuff extension. So you're actually getting more than 4 seconds. So that's nice, but again, it's not. It's even less necessary than getting to OB6. So um, my thoughts on this weapon, it's great. It's very good. Even at OB0, it's good. At OB1, you'll get a little more duration. That'll be good. OB6, you'll get it to high. That's great. And OB10, really not necessary unless you're a whale, because all it does is make it last, a little bit longer. Um, but talking about the buffs itself, so you're getting physical attack to all allies. Um, I don't actually value this that much because, well, physical attack to all allies. One of those people is going to be Aerith, and Aerith doesn't really need physical attack. So really, you're giving physical attack to two allies. You're giving physical attack to two allies. Um, and it's not that common that you'll need physical attack for two allies. Most of the time, you only need it for one ally. So this doesn't impress me that much. It impresses me mostly because you're getting two buffs at the same time. You're getting physical attack and magic defense in one cast. So really, I like the magic defense because magic defense is going to be useful for all three of your characters most of the time. Um, and um, Aerith Aerith is really lacking in buffs right now. So if you want to use Aerith as a healer or a debuffer, she doesn't have that many um, good options. So she has Fairy Tail to heal. That's it. It only heals, but it does heal a lot. It goes to 74% at OB10. It does heal a lot, but that's all it does. There's no buffs or debuffs. She has Full Metal Staff, which it's only good at OB6. Then you get mid potency. You reduce the physical attack of all enemies by mid. Yeah, this is good when you get to OB6. She's got Mithril Rod, which costs 5 ATB, so that's a heavy cost, and the duration doesn't last that long. I mean, I guess it's comparable, but it's a little shorter than others. So 12 seconds at OB6. Mithril Rod I like it at OB6. You get physical defense and magic defense for all allies. So this kind of overlaps with her Kimura one, because Kimura one you're getting magic defense, and Mithril Rod you're also getting magic defense. So you wouldn't need both of these unless you want physical defense all, right? So the problem is yeah, she doesn't have that many buffs. What else? She has Sun Umbrella, which again is only good at OB6. That's when potency goes to mid. You decrease physical defense and magic defense. She's got Snowflake, which decreases magic defense. This is probably one of her best ones. Floral One, which decreases physical defense and wind resist. Um, that's it. So she's quite limited in, especially in the defensive department. She's a better she's got um physical defense down, magic defense down. That's probably her best strength. Her defensive options are not that good, right? Her defensive options are physical attack down, only mid, and you have to have it at OB6 with full metal staff. You have Mythril Rod, which again is only goes max potency is mid, and you need it to OB6, and this costs 5 ATB. That's it. Her defensive. Oh, and one more. Was it? Where is it? This one? Guard Stick. Guard Stick is magic defense increase, but it's only for one character. So her defensive options, when you compare her to Matt, is not comparable. Look at Matt. Matt has Syringed, magic defense, and physical defense to all allies, and it only costs 4 ATB. And it can go to high when you compare it to her. You compare it to her Mythril Rod. It only goes to mid, and it costs 5 ATB. This is just worse in every way. Matt has Centipede, which heals everyone and gives them physical defense. Matt has Core Defender, which magic defense all. It's just a worse syringe, but he does have this option if he didn't pull syringe. And Matt also has Slick Beetle, which physical attack decreased, it can go to high, or starts from mid and it can go to high. So I would say it's better than Aerith's Full Metal Staff. I mean, Full Metal Staff is all enemies, but the potency is weaker. So it depends, but I'd say Matt is just a better defensive support. So going back to Aerith, her weapon, this gives her, that's why I like her magic defense all, because this gives her the option to go more defensive. Yeah. Okay, but let's talk about the physical attack again. So physical attack to all allies. Again, it's not going to help Aerith really, but it can help your other characters. Like usually, you can help Cloud. The best one in my opinion is you're gonna use this combined with maybe Floral. So you're gonna boost physical attack to everyone, and then Floral is going to reduce the enemy's physical defense. And then if you're fighting if you're fighting an enemy that's weak to wind, you also decrease wind resist. So you're gonna do lots of damage. Great to use with. There's a lot of wind physical attackers, right? You have Tifa with her motor drive. You have is that no? You have Sephiroth with Dark Heavens. You have Yuffie's Diner Tray, and am I missing one? That's all. I think those are the main ones. Yeah, so I do like this weapon, but it's kind of the buffs are kind of situational, so it'll be good, but I don't think you need it. I don't think you need. This is my favorite weapon, but I don't think you need it. So let's say you're fighting and you want to increase physical attack. Well, there are a lot of options for characters to boost their physical attack. One is from the recent crossover. You have Cloud's recent weapon. His weapon itself boosts his own physical attack, his Glavenus sword, so he won't need physical attack. Similarly, let's look at other options when characters will not need physical attack. Tifa, no, well, Tifa might, but Tifa has her FF9 weapon, which will boost her physical attack. So if you have that, if you happen to have that, then she won't really need it. Um, Zack has ceremonial sword, so it's a really strong weapon for any physical Zack build. So that boosts his own physical attack, so he won't really need it. Glenn. Glenn could use it, but again, he does have an option. He has a pumpkin lamppost, which can boost his own physical attack. Um, and if you don't even need to use Aerith as a healer. You can use Matt, and he has his Bramble Spine to boost physical attack. It's only to one character, but like I said, a lot of times you only have one DPS anyways. But even if you do have two people that you want to cast physical attack up on, Bramble is not bad. Because it lasts longer. Look at Bramble at, let's just compare OB0. Bramble at OB0 lasts 30 seconds, and Aerith's at OB0 lasts 12 seconds. So Bramble is almost 3 times longer. So if you cast Kamura once, no, wait, how do you say it? The math? I mean, if you cast Bramble twice, it'll last longer than if you cast Kamura twice, right? And if you cast, wait, let me think. Oh, is it comparable? I can't do math right now. If you cast Bramble twice, it'll last longer than if you cast Kamura twice. Yeah, that's right. So casting Kamura once will buff 2 allies. That's better than casting Bramble once. But once you need to cast it twice, then actually the Bramble will be better. It'll actually last longer. Of course, I'm ignoring the magic defense, but yeah, just to make the point of physical attack, then that's good. And then actually, if you need if you need the magic defense, like Kamura gives magic defense. Matt has options for that too. Like I talked about, you can use Syringe Rapier, which also has a Cure All slot, so you can use it as for Cure All, and then at the same time boost magic defense for all allies, and it also boosts physical defense. Or you can just use his Core Defender, which just boosts magic defense for all allies. So Matt already alone can almost do what Aerith can do. I mean, maybe not in the same way, but in a similar way. Okay, and then going on physical attack for Lucia. No, she doesn't have any options, so it would be good for her. For Sephiroth, he has his latest weapon, the Shinra Military Sword. If he casts it, he boosts his own physical attack with this. So he doesn't really need it from Aerith. And Yuffie has a really good one, Arctic Star, which boosts physical attack to 2 allies, which is pretty much all allies, right? Because if you use Yuffie, you don't need to boost physical attack for your healer. So Yuffie pretty much does what Aerith would need. And Kate Sith also has boost physical attack. His marching horn boosts physical attack to 1 ally. But yeah. So my point is that there are options that can do similarly what Kamura can do. So Kamura is not doing anything new. It's just doing things more efficiently, right? Because you're doing physical attack and magic defense to all allies. That's quite efficient, but it's not anything new. Okay, so in conclusion, let's see. I would say I don't really like Tifa's. I don't really like Tifa's gear here. for free-to-play players because I'm sure something better will come out that will cost you less crystals to build up. Um, Aerith, on the other hand, I do like, and I would recommend pulling on Aerith even for almost all players. Um, Especially if you like Aerith, because you can't go wrong with this. This will help any player. Personally, I will skip. I mean, you can see I'm saving a lot right now. I have 189,000. Um, I'm saving for. I'm saving for. Actually, I'm actually saving for regular banners. So I think, like for example, Tifa right now, right? I would rather pull for her bunny outfit than this outfit because, like I said, it being limited is really a huge drawback. So I'm saving for something, some even regular banners. I'd rather pull on regular banners than this banner, and also for the anniversary, of course. Anniversary was very strong. The half anniversary banners they were very strong. So I'm expecting the anniversary banners to be as strong or maybe even stronger. So I'm not pulling for Tifa. Um, Actually, Aerith and Tifa, they're like they're my most favorite characters, and I'm still not pulling for them, just because I don't think I'm getting the value for their weapons. So I'm not pulling for Tifa. Aerith, I was really considering pulling for Aerith, but like I explained earlier, I have options. If I need physical attack, I have lots of options. And if I need magic defense, I have lots of options. Um, I don't need this weapon. It's nice, but I don't need it. The outfit. Did I talk about it? I don't think I talked about the outfit actually. The outfit is really good. It's her best healing outfit, but the problem is, you don't need the best unless you're going for the highest ranks and you're trying to clear Crash. You don't need the best of the best. So, Aerith actually has a lot of outfits that can help her in the healing role. This is a healing outfit, right? You have boost heal and buff debuff, so you're perfect for healing and supporting. But Aerith has other outfits. If you even her free outfit in the exchange, the rosy battle suit that gives that also gives heal power and it gives magic defense. So it makes her tankier and helps her heal as well. So if you have that, honestly, I think that's good enough. If you have her chocobo suit, that's also pretty good. Her chocobo suit gives her HP and magic defense, so it just makes her tankier. If you have her garnet gown, that also gives heal power, and then it gives HP. So similarly, it's not the same, but it's also good. Um, and for me, on my account, I actually have her. Where is it? I actually have this outfit, her floral gown. So floral gown gives HP and buff debuff extension, which I use this outfit when I use her as a healer, so she's a little bit tankier, and then this is the same as her current outfit, right? Buff debuff extension. Her current outfit also has buff debuff extension, so it's not as good. I mean, this is her Commodious is the best one. I think it's the best one. It has the highest heal points and it has the highest buff debuff extension. It's lacking defense, like it's lacking HP, but you can just give her a sub weapon for that, or her Kimura one gives HP. So I would say this is the best one, but as a free to play player, I don't need it. So I'm skipping this banner, but yeah, let me know what you think. I definitely can see the value of Aerith mainly. This is of Aerith. Tifa is okay, like I said. You can use the outfit I mean, it's the best lightning damage in the game, lightning magic damage, and you can use the outfit for her other magic build, which is her bunny gloves, if you need to. Um, Even she also has, let me see, she also has is it this? How much is this thing? No, no. She also has, oh, her this one, Power Soul, which is non-elemental magic damage. So you can use Power Soul if you need non-elemental damage. You happen to have a strong Power Soul, then yeah, that could be strong. So her outfit is okay for non lightning damage, but yeah, like I said, I don't think the value is there for free to play players. Um, yeah, thanks for watching.